Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh.
Okay, now that I have undecorated for Thanksgiving, fall, whatever you want to call it, we are going to try to fit all of it into these 2 bins.
Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh. La, 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 oh, oh, oh. La, 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 oh, oh. La, 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 la. Making our Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. I've been hanging marbles in the tree. And I've lit my house with Christmas lights. So you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all the melodies until the sun comes up. These are the good times with you.
I was able to get most of it into the 2 bins. So this one is Halloween and then fall, and then this is fall as well. And like I said, this does not fit in because of the handles. And if you see something moving back there, it is not a ghost. There is a black cat back there that was rubbing against the box right there. So I'm happy with this because that can go on the top shelf of the closet, and then these can go in the closet. The things that did not fit in and that I am done with are these 3 pumpkins. So I just did not have room for them. If I don't have room for them, I am not keeping them. And then these candles are ones that I've burned through. I'm not one that likes much of pumpkin scent. I love pumpkin pie, but these just don't smell like pumpkin pie to me. So, and the fact that, you know, they're pretty close to being done, I don't need them anymore, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of those. The pumpkins I will throw into donation.
It's gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire, chill. This is how it's supposed to be. Making our Christmas memories.
We're going to go ahead and get started with Christmas decorating, and I decided to go comfortable and have a cup of tea because I've had already had a lot of coffee that day, but that tea actually ends up on the middle of the living room floor because I put the cup on the coffee table after I put a tablecloth on the coffee table, and the kittens decided to play with the tablecloth, and the water mug and the mug of tea fell on the carpet while I was in the middle of decorating. So, you know, it's always a mess in this house with these cats. But we're going to go ahead and get started with the Christmas tree. That I was trying to decide before that what I was going to start with, and I decided to start with the Christmas tree because they always take the longest. And I am not going to decorate the Christmas tree yet with any ornaments. I did string lights in the tree, but I am testing this out with the kittens since it is their first Christmas with a tree. I decided not to put one up last year just because it was too much. They were only 7 months old at the time, and now they're 18 months old, around 18 months old. So it's time to try to get them used to having a Christmas tree. It's so far interesting, but we're gonna go ahead and finish up with the tree, and here we go with me trying to secure the tree.
Chilling and having a good time.
This tree, it is pre-lit. However, one year, that little girl chewed through one of the cables and I have never taken the lights out or anything. I think last year I just strung up lights in there, and I need to patch up that hole. And I'm going to attempt to put stuff onto this tree, but as you could see, the kittens were all I shouldn't call them kittens anymore because they're not kittens anymore, but they were all over when I was trying to put it together. So I'm afraid to put lights in there. But some things that I am doing this year, I have taken some yarn and I have strung it around, and it's going to be difficult to see, the middle of the tree, the trunk of the tree. And then I used a cable 3M adhesive and basically just tied a piece of yarn, and I picked green just so that it kind of blends in a little bit. So I put one right there in the middle of the tree and one down a little bit further on this side of the tree. And then on this side, it is being strung up over here. So we kind of have a diagonal, it's in the corner. And then one down here between the things. Maybe it'll stop the cats from trying to they like to open this door. They'll probably open the door. I'm gonna look through my buckets to see if I can find any lights to put up in this tree, and then try to decorate it. I don't know how long that's gonna last with the cats. I know Fifi would eventually just kind of she did climb up the tree. That's when you saw me trying to bend the bottom branches back up. It's, when she was 13 pounds, she would sit up on the lower branches. And honestly, this tree we got in 2006 at Walmart, and it was an $88 tree. It is well past its time to be replaced, but with the cats and everything, I mean, it's losing its little, I don't even know if it will focus on that. It's not gonna focus. It's losing its little things. That's what I kept vacuuming up, and it's all over the tree skirt now. So I'm not really gonna try to fluff the tree that much as I reach over to fluff the tree. To bend a branch. So I am actually looking at possibly, we'll see how this year goes with the tree, and I may get another Christmas tree, or I have a bunch of 3-foot trees as well. You saw me pull them out of the bin, so I may use those. But I like to have Christmas in multiple rooms, so one of those will go in the guest bedroom, not that there's any guest, but just throw one in there because there's a table. One in the office, just because I'm in there every day pretty much for work. And the cats are going crazy. So Fifi is being a good girl. She is actually, I don't know if we can get her, but little girl is over there. She's being good. We'll see how the cats do. Honestly, I am not expecting a lot. So, but the ornaments I will put in the tree are plastic. They can break. I'm probably gonna take some of this and tie it around the stuff so that way I can just put them over the branches and I don't have any hooks anywhere, because that is the worst thing. So I'm thinking about just adding some of this to the ornaments and then just kind of plopping them on branches, and just, we're gonna test this out and see how they do. Of course, I will only have it lit when I am in here, and I am hoping that none of the cats, I will not light the ones that are already strung to the tree, the pre-lit ones, because we don't need to start a fire in this house. So I already know, because I found that one time where I'm like, oh, it's been chewed through. I wonder who did it. This innocent sleeping cat over there. Anyways, so let's get started with the lights. Let me find the lights, and then we will continue on with the decorate with me, because I have no organization to the boxes. I just kind of threw them in there at the end of the year. So it's going to be a hodgepodge of just figuring out where things go.
Come on in, come on up, come on over for the merriest time of year. Come on up, come on in, get together for a good time. Smile, my dear. Come on in, come on up, come on over. We'll be dancing round the tree. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3. We know the time is short. We blink and then it's gone. So we better make the most of what we've got. So take your neighbor by the hand and join the dance parade before the clock strikes and it's all too late. So take your neighbor by the hand and join the dance parade before the clock strikes and it's all too late. Come on in, come on up, come on over. It's the friendliest time of year. Come on up, come on in, nothing better than to give the gift of cheer. So come on in, come on up, come on over. We'll be singing all them songs. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba da ba ba da. Yeah. Ba 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 da ba ba. Yeah, ba 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 ba. Come on in, come on in. Together, come on in, come on in, nothing better. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3.
It was the night before Christmas. I was closing down for business in my little prison shop, when the bell on the door jingled once more, and then time almost came to a stop. But somehow I knew, and maybe so did you, that everything would change from now on. Yes, from this Christmas on, this Christmas on. From this Christmas Somehow we knew that we'd found something true, and that everything would change from now on. Yes, from this Christmas on, this Christmas on, from this Christmas on, it's gonna be you and me decorating the tree from this Christmas on. From this Christmas on. From this Christmas on, it's gonna be you and me decorating the tree from this Christmas on, from this Christmas on.
everybody has a wonderful holiday season, no matter what holiday you do celebrate. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it the like button, and that lets me know that you enjoy these type of videos. And if you want to see any future videos from me about any topic, please leave them down in the comments down below, because I will be willing to share some of them to an extent, depending on what type of video it is. So thank you everybody, and have a wonderful holiday season. So the Christmas tree is nowhere near being complete. I have put lights in it. I have anchored it to the walls as best as I can with the cats. I did not anchor the top portion, so I'm hoping that they don't get that high and cause it to fall over. I'm hoping I just anchored the bottom and the middle piece, so hopefully that will work. But as the week goes by, I will be trying to add ornaments. It is zoomy time for the cats. They just got dinner and they're zooming around the house. So I'll be adding the ornaments, which are in the bucket down here still. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. And I keep getting distracted because I have two cats that are staring at a bug on my ceiling. With the decorations, this is the one thing that is questionable, and so are the up. That hurt. Oh, that one actually, like, that sneeze hurt my back. Oh, when I hunched over, it just, that came out of nowhere.